Any songwriter will tell you the hardest thing is to write a simple song, but we lucked out. We're at my house in North Berkeley there in the summer of '90, and the first day, here's this riff, and then the challenge was kind of write a song that's basically just the main riff. And if you notice, pretty much every part, the intro, picking, the chords, the B part, the chorus, the whole song is basically, for all intents and purposes, derived out of the main riff. And that was something that we had never done before. And we wrote that song basically in an afternoon. And I knew right there and then that was the opening statement of the next phase of Metallica and the next record.
You saw it here first. You saw it here first, huh?
None more.
Exciting, huh?
It's just the simplicity of that song. That is something that we still occasionally chase.
That's the main riff. The main notes in that riff are A sharp, A. And so the picking part is derived from that riff. You're basically playing the same notes in the riff, you're just arpeggiating it like this. Rather than... So
right.
That's how that all comes about.
And then it goes up to...
Yeah, then it modulates. Same figure.
I remember when you said, can that riff go somewhere else? You know, move it somewhere else? Like, it's not easy, but it ended up being okay.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, the B part, the chorus, is really just those things in chord form. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's funny about that riff is that that's actually not the riff that Kirk sent over on his tape. Mm-hmm. When Kirk sent it over, it had what I would call one of the front ones, and then it would go A, B, A, B, rather than A, B. And I suggested to Kirk, I said, just try and go A, B, and only play the tail every fourth time instead of every other time. So maybe try to play it in an original form.
Yeah, so this is the original form. A and B. And so what Lars was suggesting, bunch of A's and then B. And what that does is it actually gives the listener more to grab onto, and you're getting more of that great combination of notes and that feel and that emotion and that heaviness. So you're actually giving more of the riff to the listener and then resolving it, which is always a better way to approach it.
And the tail is usually this is the riff cycle done.
Yeah,
you know, this is the end of the riff. Yeah. Then you go back to it. So yeah, whenever you put the tail in, sometimes the tail is just a little something to get you back to it. Mm-hmm. Other times, this is a pretty major part of the riff.
Yeah, a lot of times the tail would just be to resolve it on a note so that the beginning of the riff starts on a more refreshing note and gives it the sense that you're at the top again.
It's really the ultimate song where it has the heaviness that you would want, and it has that groove, and as they said, it has the tail that is really vital to this song. But then it has the intro and the build up at the top, where it just kind of starts with the drums and it's kind of, you know what I mean? And that whole dynamic is really important to Metallica songs, and it's used perfectly in that particular song.
You're teasing
Right.
the riff, right? So, you know, you
Yeah.
tease the riff, and then you finally, when the downbeat happens and everyone's playing together, da 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 da. Here is the riff in its full glory with all 4 band members at full volume.
When we first started playing that together, that guitar solo wrote itself. That guitar solo came out like within the first or second time we played it together as a band, 90% of it. And you know, to me, that's just a testament of how great the feel of that song is, the groove of that song, the emotion, and how accurate it is in just accessing something inside myself to just push that solo out just like instantly. It's crazy.
There is the studio version and then live. Yeah, there are some bands that really try to perfect the sonics, the song, the singing, the every ad lib. This is exactly like the record live. You know, we toured with some bands that were very into reproducing it perfectly, exactly live. We're not that kind of band. You know, when you go to see us live, it's kind of actually been the opposite. You know, every producer we've worked with is trying to capture the live thing on a record, you know. When we play it live, there's just dynamics that happen, and they happen because of the crowd. And a lot of times the crowd will help us write a different version of it because, hey, you know, this part works really well live, and they get into it, and there's a singing part, so we'll extend a part. This song, the intro, obviously, pyro helps on a downbeat. End of the song, we've extended things, you know. Quite a few of the songs have little hey, hey moments, you know. Hey, hey. You know, we've added little things on the end to, well, the crowd really gets into that. And if this is a song that this song has turned into, where this is the last song of the set or the big da-da-da song, you extend it a little bit, you get the crowd going in there at certain parts. So a lot of times live will help us rewrite a song just because that works, and let's extend it, right?